Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the world of classic French pastries. We're going to master two incredibly elegant and delicious treats, financiers and madeleines. They might look fancy, but I promise, with a few key techniques, you'll be baking these like a pro in no time. So, let's get our aprons on and start with the financiers. The secret to an amazing financier is the brown butter, or beurre noisette. This gives them that signature nutty, rich flavor. Start by melting your butter in a light-colored saucepan over medium heat. Keep a close eye on it. It will foam up, and then you'll see little brown bits start to form at the bottom. The aroma will change to something wonderfully nutty. Once you smell that, immediately take it off the heat and pour it into a separate bowl to stop the cooking process. Let it cool down a bit. While the butter cools, let's mix our dry ingredients. In a bowl, combine almond flour, powdered sugar, a little bit of all-purpose flour, and a pinch of salt. Whisk these together to break up any lumps. Now, for the wet ingredients, we need egg whites. You don't need to whip them into a meringue or anything, just a light whisk until they're a little frothy is perfect. Pour the egg whites into your dry ingredients and gently fold everything together until it's just combined. Don't overmix it. Now, it's time for that glorious browned butter. Slowly stream the cooled browned butter into your batter, folding it in as you go. Make sure to get all those tasty brown bits from the bottom of the bowl. The batter should be smooth and have a beautiful, golden hue. At this point, you can add a little vanilla extract or even some orange zest for extra flavor. Cover the bowl and let the batter rest in the fridge for at least an hour. This step is crucial. It allows the flour to hydrate and the flavors to meld together, resulting in a more tender financier. When you're ready to bake, preheat your oven and grease your financier molds. Traditionally, these are small rectangular molds, but a mini muffin tin works great too. Fill each mold about 3/4 full. You can top them with some flaked almonds or a raspberry before baking. Bake until they are golden brown and the edges are slightly crisp. Let them cool for a few minutes in the pan before transferring them to a wire rack to cool completely. The texture is just incredible, crisp on the outside and moist and chewy on the inside. Alright, now on to our second star, the lovely, shell-shaped madeleines. These are lighter, more cake-like, and famous for their little hump on the back. The process starts similarly. We'll whisk together eggs and sugar until the mixture is pale and thick. This incorporates air, which will help create that signature hump. Then, gently fold in your sifted flour and a pinch of salt. Just like with the financiers, the butter is key, but for madeleines, we'll just use melted butter, not browned butter. Let your melted butter cool slightly before you gently fold it into the batter. Again, be careful not to overmix. You want to keep all that air you whipped into the eggs. A little lemon zest is a classic and beautiful addition here. Now, for the most important part, chill the batter. This is non-negotiable for getting that perfect hump. Cover the batter and let it rest in the fridge for at least 1 hour, but even overnight is better. When you're ready to bake, preheat your oven and make sure you've buttered and floured your madeleine pan really well. This ensures they'll pop right out after baking. Fill each shell mold about 3/4 full. The temperature shock of the cold batter hitting the hot oven is what helps create that beautiful hump. Bake them until the edges are golden and the centers spring back when you touch them. They bake very quickly, so keep an eye on them. As soon as they're done, immediately turn them out onto a cooling rack. Madeleines are best enjoyed fresh and warm, maybe with a light dusting of powdered sugar. There you have it, two stunning French pastries, financiers and madeleines, made right in your own kitchen. They are perfect with a cup of tea or coffee and are sure to impress anyone you share them with. I hope you enjoyed this baking journey today. If you try out these recipes, let me know how they turn out in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more delicious recipes. Happy baking!